There's a moment when pretending becomes too heavy, and you're forced to face the truth you've avoided for years. If even one line here hits your heart, comment one. You're not alone. There comes a moment in life when the person you used to be no longer feels like someone you can return to. Not because that version was bad, but because you've grown beyond who they were capable of becoming. Growth is subtle at first. A quiet discomfort, a whisper in your mind telling you something is off. Something is outdated. Something must evolve. You don't notice it happening in real time. But one day, you wake up and realize you've outgrown your old patterns, old conversations, old coping habits, and even old versions of love. You begin to feel a shift inside you, a soft but undeniable pressure pulling you toward something deeper. Life teaches you through contrast, through people who leave, through plans that fail, through emotions you'd rather ignore, through endings that push you into beginnings you didn't ask for, but needed. And it's in those transitions that you start seeing yourself clearly. You learn that not everyone is meant to walk into the next chapter with you. Some served their purpose. Some taught you lessons. Some showed you the parts of yourself you needed to confront. Some left to create space for someone better aligned with who you're becoming. It is not betrayal to outgrow people who remain the same. Your soul will tug at you when you stay in places where you no longer belong. You start to recognize the signs. The exhaustion after certain conversations. The restlessness in your chest. The sinking feeling when you betray your intuition for the sake of comfort. Your body notices what your mind tries to ignore. You begin to understand that letting go is not a loss. It's a release. A declaration that you deserve to feel whole. And wholeness cannot be found in environments that shrink you. You learn that self-respect is not negotiable. It is the foundation for every decision you make. Respect for your time. Respect for your boundaries. Respect for your emotional capacity. Respect for the dreams you've postponed for too long. The biggest transformation begins quietly. In the moment you whisper to yourself, "I deserve better than this." That sentence starts rewriting your entire life. You stop settling for conversations that feel like obligation, for relationships that drain your spirit, for expectations that suffocate your identity. You stop trying to be everything for everyone. and begin learning how to be someone for yourself. You start valuing solitude, not because you enjoy being alone, but because solitude finally helps you hear the truth beneath all the noise. Alone is where you learn what you've been ignoring. Alone is where excuses fade. Alone is where clarity rises. Alone is where you face yourself, the real you. You begin rebuilding from the inside out. You let go of the habit of pleasing people. You stop explaining your worth. You stop apologizing for wanting something more. If you stop forcing situations that crumble, no matter how much love you pour into them. You realize your energy is precious, and you protect it like something sacred. Bit by bit, you learn to choose yourself. Not in a selfish way, but in a responsible one. You choose rest instead of burnout. You choose peace instead of chaos. You choose boundaries instead of resentment. You choose truth instead of avoidance. Your new life is built on these choices. Life doesn't change because you want it to. It changes because you make space for it. You let what needs to end. You stop fighting for what no longer fits. You detach with grace instead of clinging with fear. At first, you will feel lost. Letting go creates emptiness. But emptiness is not failure. It is space. Space for healing. Space for new people. Space for new habits. Space for new strength. Who you become on the other side is someone you've been searching for your whole life. You start recognizing your worth, not in words, but in actions. You no longer tolerate half-hearted love. You no longer stay in places where your spirit dims. You no longer hide your feelings to make others comfortable. Instead, you express yourself clearly. You stand tall in your truth. You protect your peace like it's your lifeline. Because it is. You notice life becoming quieter. Not empty. Just quieter. More intentional. More aligned. More yours. You replace noise with clarity. You replace chaos with direction. You replace fear with awareness. And the more aware you become, the less you choose what hurts you. You start living with purpose, not pressure. The old version of you was built for survival. But the new version of you is learning how to live. You rediscover joy in simple moments, in small wins, in your own progress, in the person you're becoming. Slowly, quietly, beautifully. Life doesn't give you a new beginning. You create it with every boundary you set, every truth you accept, every fear you face, every step you take toward the life you want. The shift happens when you stop waiting for someone to choose you, and you choose yourself. You choose to heal. You choose to grow. You choose to release what is not yours to carry. You choose to rewrite the story you once felt trapped inside. And that choice changes everything. If this message felt like it was speaking directly to you, don't ignore that pull. Growth always begins with one honest moment. And if even one sentence here opened your eyes, comment too. Let's see who else is rising quietly with you.